not only my physical safety, like she's breaking into my house. Like I'll get tapped on the shoulder, I'll look around and it's her.
Welcome to Rebel Chaser. My name is Gail, and this clip comes from Judge Jessy Lall from Georgia's Fulton County State Court. She has a first appearance of a defendant, very creepy defendant, who keeps breaking into this man's house. So you get to see that. And the second clip I have is Judge Stephanie Boyd at the 187th District Court in Texas. She has a defendant that's decided he wants to fire his attorney. The only problem is he's not paying for his attorney. So let me know what you guys think.
Courtroom 2, who do we have, please?
Position number 5, Desmond.
All right. This is Alicia Desmond, and she is accused of criminal trespass from October 20th, 2023. Her case number is 23 CR 006548J. Ms. Desmond, you've been advised of your right to remain silent, and your attorney is going to be Mr. Judd. Is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor, that's correct.
All right. And Mr. Howard, any priors?
Second arrest. She was arrested September 26th for trespass. And that's an open pretrial case. I think it's 3,000.
Thank you. Ms. Reiser?
Yes, Your Honor. Bond is currently set right now for Ms. Desmond at a $1,000 surety. The state is asking you to keep it at that or do a signature bond through pretrial with the added conditions of stay away from Meter Avenue Southeast and to have no further contact with the victim, Joel Brown. Your Honor, the defendant was previously criminally trespassed from the officer at this incident location. An hour later, she went back, and that's when she was arrested. Her arrest date on September 26, 2023 for criminal trespass involved the same victim and the same incident location. And so we're asking to set bond either at the 1,000 surety or pretrial or signature bond through pretrial, Your Honor.
How much of her pretrial bond is revoked right now, Mr. Howard?
3,000.
3,000. Okay. So because of this new arrest, her signature bond has been revoked, but let's see what Mr. Judd says. Mr. Judd?
Yes, Your Honor. Miss Alicia Desmond is 25 years old. She's now spent 2 days in custody. She's lived in Georgia her entire life. She's in fact lived at her current address in Hampton Crossing for about 4 months. She does live with family, both her father and her sister and her niece. She attended Kennesaw State and graduated with a Bachelor of Science in Integrated Studies in 2020 and was a graduate of Lakeside High School in Briarcliff. So she is a local, she's an Atlanta or Metro Atlanta native. Your Honor, it's my understanding, excuse me, she has no violent or sexual crimes. She has had a stable job for the past year. I don't believe I heard any failure to appears mentioned. I don't believe there's any issue of her not showing up to court. So we are asking that she be considered for a signature bond. She stated that she would have no problem with a stay away order from the incident location and no further contact with Joel Brown.
Yes, Ms. Reiser?
I'm sorry, Your Honor. I just wanted to let you know that Mr. Joel Brown is on the Zoom call if the court wishes to address him.
All right, Mr. Brown, if you'd like to add to this case, you need to unmute and start your video. If you like to add, may you please raise your right hand. Do you solemnly swear and affirm the testimony you provide will be the truth to the best of your knowledge?
Yes.
All right, what would you like to tell me?
She definitely has been told about court orders in Cobb County before and hasn't appeared in court. She's been notified by officers. I have their badge number that she had to come to court, so she definitely has missed out on dates. How
is it that you're familiar with that?
I mean, I was here when she was arrested on the 26th.
No, how is it that you're familiar with her Cobb County issues?
Because I first was told that she was living in Cobb County, and in order to get a stalking prevention order, I needed to go to Cobb County and serve her.
And Your Honor, I believe that's with the TPO application when he's referring to she failed to appear in court.
I see. All right.
Yeah.
And
And-
how do you know her?
Through mutual friends. I'm a musician. She's involved with like music as well. So people would come to my house to hang out, and she was brought over. Again, I've never had any sexual relationship with this girl, or any type of like sexual inclination towards her. She's been like stalking me, breaking into my house since like February. It's gotten to the point now where my tenants of the home I own don't want to live here anymore. Like, I know that this might be like come off as ridiculous, but I'm seeking like the max penalty allowed for this girl. Like, she, like, I, not only my physical safety, like she's breaking into my house. Like, I'll get tapped on the shoulder, I'll look around and it's her, you know. But not only my physical safety, but my financial security is at stake here.
Thank you, Mr. Brown. All right. Anything else, Mr. Judd and Ms. Ricer?
I have one last thing.
Yes,
I have
sir.
court with her on October 31st, and I just want to just secure that like she has been served the papers effectively.
I do not know. That will be something that you would need to check with the Family Violence Division in Cobb County. And if the sheriff has returned service upon her being at jail, then you could definitely follow up with that.
You said
All
the
right.
family, what now?
Wherever you file the TPO in Cobb County, that should be the Safety of Family Violence Division.
Yes, but from what I understand, any government officer can serve her
Mr.
paper.
Brown, please follow up with that division. Thank you. Bond is set at $1,000 surety bond on Miss Desmond's current trespass charge. Her case is going to be reset to November 2nd at 9 a.m. Along with that is going to be her underlying case, 23 CR 005. I believe that was 784. Is that correct?
5784J.
5784J. And both cases are going to be reset to the next SAP calendar. Unfortunately, as a result of this new arrest, the signature bond in the prior case has been revoked and converted to a surety bond. Thank you. Next case, please. And folks, I'm listening. I just had to go and get.
What was that bond amount?
1,000 good bond.
And Your Honor,
Seven.
on Miss Desmond, will you add the conditions of the
Oh,
state?
yes.
No further contact.
Yes, and no further contact with Joel Brown. She needs to stay 200 yards away from him and not communicate with him in any manner. Stay away from the Meter Drive, Meter Road?
Yes, MEADOR Drive.
And
It's at Southeast.
and no illegal drugs, no alcohol, and no weapons.
All right, Paul Pettis, Sandoval. Frankie Sandoval. Where's Paul Pettis?
Your Honor, he's in the box, Judge.
Come forward. All right, we're going to go on the record in 2023 CR 8695, State of Texas versus Paul Anthony Pettis. Can I have parties announced for the record for the state?
Jason Garahan, Your Honor.
Defense.
Your Honor, good morning. Frankie Sandoval on behalf of Mr. Pettis.
Are you Paul Pettis?
Yes, ma'am.
Your attorney has filed a motion to withdraw. Are you aware of that?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, what's the purpose, the reason for withdrawal?
Your Honor, there's a conflict of personalities. Mr. Pettis had communications that haven't been very fruitful and continue to go downhill from there, Judge. And from my conversations with Mr. Pettis and his family, they're attempting to hire an attorney, but the one thing that they are certain of is they do not want me to represent Mr. Pettis.
All right, so Mr. Pettis, this is your attorney until your family hires one. And this case is going to be moving whether you hire an attorney or not. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. So the motion to withdraw is denied.
So I couldn't get another attorney?
No, this is your attorney.
Oh.
Let me explain something to you and we can go off the record. The way things work, there are attorneys who have been approved to handle certain levels of felony. Your case is a second-degree felony. This attorney has been appointed. You don't get to go forth and say, let me just shop and pick the court-appointed attorney I want. That's not the way it works. You understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Right. This is what I've discovered. I've been a defense attorney. I've been a prosecutor. Clients that I've represented, sometimes they get upset with me. You know what they would get upset with me about? Because I'm not getting the offer that they want the state to make to them. State can make whatever offer they want to. You can think it's ridiculous. I encourage people not to use the term ridiculous because then that's not being kind. So if the state makes you an offer and you don't want to accept it, your attorney will say, this is the offer the state is making. And you can say, I'm not accepting that. And then guess what? He'll go back to the state and he'll say, he's not accepting your offer. Or the state will make an offer and your attorney will tell you that what the offer is. And you will say, you know what? I want to accept that offer, but this is what I will accept, which is called a counter offer. So you are rejecting the offer that the state has made and you're asking for something different. Now, when your attorney goes to the state with your counter offer, if you make one, the state can think in their mind that's ridiculous and say, no, the only offer we're making is what we made to you. That's how it works in here. And you can either accept it or not. You can be upset that you didn't get the offer you wanted. I would have clients, sometimes they would be upset because they want their case dismissed yesterday. We are where we are. So your only choices are the state can make an offer. You can accept it or reject it. You can give them a counter offer or not give them a counter offer. And then if you all can't come up with an agreement, then it'll be set for jury trial. You understand?
Yes, ma'am.
That's the way it works. How old are you?
I'm 18.
All right. So yeah, you need to talk to your attorney. And whatever the state has in their file or whatever discovery, your attorney will go over it with you.
I'll tell you why I wanted to dismiss him.
Sure. If it's going to be something negative about you don't think, okay.
I SID number 117.
Oh, no. You don't have to read it as though you're reading a legal document. You can just tell me.
Oh, because
what is your issue?
I dismissed him because on my behalf on the grounds that Mr. Sandoval is biased and has been neglectful of his duty under Article 2.03 and has failed to represent me in the way he is supposed to.
All right, so let me just tell you, he's here right now. State, do you have your file down here?
It's here, Your Honor.
Have you read the file?
The defense counsel actually asked me to review it and give an offer.
Okay, so there you go. He's representing you. What do you expect him to do with his representation? What do you specifically want him to do?
What do you mean by that?
I mean, you're saying he's not representing you. What do you want him to do?
Just, how can I say it?
You don't have to speak in legal terms. It's fine. You can just speak to me. Well, let me help you with here. Let me ask you this. Have you asked him or talked to him about what you want him to do or what you feel he isn't doing?
Okay.
All right. So discuss that with him. And I guarantee you, if it's something legally or ethically he's not allowed to do, he will tell you, ethically, I'm not allowed to do that. And if that's the case, then that's the case. But he will talk to you. Mr. Sandoval, do you have any objections to speaking with him?
No, Your Honor, we visited several occasions over Zoom.
Yeah, he will speak to you. So you're here, he's here, you can speak to him. All right. Ms. Ferguson, on this case, can I have a 30-day reset, please?
I can do November 28th.
All right, we're going to come back on November 28th. If you all work out something differently, your attorney can request it and we'll see you sooner than that. You understand?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Well, that first woman is really creepy. I mean, could you imagine hanging out at your house and someone taps you on the shoulder, you turn around and it's somebody you never invited to your house? I mean, has she ever thought of using the doorbell? That's just really creepy to break into somebody's house. That's just to stalk them. That's really creepy. And then the second kid, he's probably not getting his bond lowered because the offense is such that the bond is rather high. I mean, I don't know what the offense is, but I bet that the bond for that offense is probably rather high. And there's nothing that attorney can do about that. The family wants a new attorney. They should be able to go shop for whatever attorney they decide. That's on them. Anyway, thank you all very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.